Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Adi Royyuru, and this video is for accounting students and those early in their accounting careers that want to learn more about the accounting industry and how to really be a difference maker. So the purpose of this video is to give everyone insight into important skills in the accounting industry and demonstrating these skills to either your current employer, future employer, whoever you're trying to impress will make a difference. So a bit about me. I'm a former Big Four accountant, just recently made the transition out, and I spent 2 years in EY in their audit practice, and then over 3 years in Deloitte with their consulting practice. So let's get into the key skills. So the first key skill is collaboration. Accounting is a very collaborative field, and we constantly have to work well with others, and that means you have to be someone that other people want to work with. And this is a very high value skill. Oftentimes, early in my career, when I went into an interview, the partner or the senior manager was indirectly trying to figure out if I would be a good collaborator. They would ask a soft skill question about having a conflict with someone or having a disagreement, and how would I fix that. So, being a collaborator makes you a high synergy person working well with other people at your job, and that's regardless of your technical skill. You can become really good at this without being a highly technical accountant. And the best benefit of this is you increase efficiency across the team. So everyone wants to work with you, they work better together, and it creates a good environment. Moving on to the next skill, talking about analytical skill. And in none of these will I talk about pure technical accounting. So when we're talking analytical skill, it's being able to tell a story from large amounts of data. So if someone dumps you a bunch of journal entries or GL report, whatnot, can you think about it in a critical and unique way? A lot of accountants get stuck in the trap of they need a same as last year or same as last project kind of reference. So being a real difference maker here is using creative ability to analytically think about data and then think the next steps of what's important about this data and what do other people need to know about the story that I'm telling. So if you're able to do that, some examples are transforming Excel tables and formulas into meaningful insights, right? So that would be, I did some data analysis and now I can summarize that in written or PowerPoint form and explain that to other people in a meaningful way. And that's really important in our field because communicating financial results is what accounting is all about. Take the data and then give the data to other people in a meaningful way. That's almost like translating it into simple English of what does all this accounting information mean. So next up is digital agility, and I'm a big believer in this one. So it's keeping up to date with new technology. Many accountants I've worked with over the years become really complacent with just knowing Excel. Now, Excel fundamentals and what you can do with basic Excel, you can do almost everything. But when you talk about the future of accounting, a lot of companies in this day and age are slowly moving towards slightly more advanced tools. So some common ones that I interact with a lot are Power BI, Alteryx, Tableau, different types of scripting, let's say Python scripting, macro-based Excel modeling, that sort of thing. And you really don't need to be already working at Big Four in the accounting industry to get a leg up. There's a lot of different applications. So for example, you could take a PL 300 certification from Microsoft, take one of their courses, pass the exam, get certified, and then bam, you know something about Power BI that puts you ahead of your peers. And the accounting industry is only further and further going in this way with automation, AI. A lot of routine accounting tasks and paper-based tasks are going to slim down quite a bit in the coming years, and I'm already seeing that happen with clients. So next up is confidence. So it's believing in yourself, betting on yourself every single day that you can get the job done, even if sometimes it's looking a little bleak. Because the truth is, the nature of the accounting industry is that the work is challenging. And it's challenging because we're required to do a variety of different things well. We need to be technically sound. We need to know the accounting, communicate it to people well. We work with a variety of deadlines that can be kind of intense. And then there's just natural stressors, right? Like if you're working long hours, if you have tension with the client, you have tension with the team. So confidence in that environment just comes from experience, and a bit of it, small, tiny bit of it is just innate. That you can walk into a room and you believe in yourself. It's natural to be nervous. But that makes a huge difference. Confidence has been the game changer for me when it comes to presenting to clients, landing new jobs, networking with the senior manager or partner. It's just all about that little belief that I'm a game changer, I know what I'm doing. So moving on to the last one is grit. So I touched a bit on the components of grit, right? Like what's challenging about the nature of the accounting industry. To summarize grit, it's really get the job done even when it's tough. I'm having a bad day. Unfortunately, I had a lot of good days in Big Four. I had a lot of bad days, tight deadline, long hours, different kinds of tension internally or externally with the client. So keeping composure. Unfortunately, I feel due to like in a stressful work environment, there's a lot of people that don't handle their stress very well, right? Like a common one is they internally put pressure on their team or their coworkers, right? So grit is, I kind of go the extra step in defining grit. It's like, okay, I can get the job done when it's tough, but I also don't do all these other intangible negatives like taking stress on my team. And that's how you really become a difference maker, because there's not a lot of people that can do that well, believe it or not. So this is a great way to be an X factor, become reliable, and pretty much irreplaceable at your job if you have that type of grit. Thanks for sticking this one out with me. I'll be making plenty more content about accounting, business, self-development, so I hope to catch you soon.